what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy.
Tigers have high expectations this year. They win the West last year. They have that opener against that Florida State team that you talked about there. Alabama, obviously, media days, a lot of people talking about the disrespect towards Alabama, and it's not justified. Where do you have the Tigers in the pecking order, maybe, and some of the top teams in the country?
It'll be LSU and Alabama up there. I have no clue. If you made me vote today, I have no clue which way I'd go. But also, I think that for those who are interested in the Heisman conversation, which is really popular this time of year, it always centers around quarterback. And if you look at the odds market, Jaden Daniels is up there in the odds market.
Crazy.
What I think is interesting is when you look at the transfer portal additions LSU's made, I think it opens the door for Perkins to make a legitimate run, as much of a run as a defensive player can make at the Heisman Trophy. And it's ironic because we're talking about LSU and Bama, like Dallas Turner at Alabama and Harold Perkins at LSU. Those are the two defensive players in the country, if I circle two, that would have a shot at being in that conversation. So that's real fun. You get the fact that LSU goes to Tuscaloosa this year. That's real fun. Mm-hmm. And then the third thing that's the most fun for me, if we can hit our rewind button again for just a second, is this time last year, the most popular topics around LSU were, is that Brian Kelly's real accent? He looks like a clown dancing in recruiting videos, and he's not a good fit down here, whatever that means and meant. And so I, at the time, said, and still do feel a little validated in saying, if you know Brian Kelly, both you guys have been around him, so this is not a mystery to you, but the rest of the country is shocked to find, if you know Brian Kelly and his real personality, he's actually a better fit in Louisiana at LSU than he was at Notre Dame, which flies in the face of all conventional wisdom that existed a year ago. And so that still exists, is my point. And so in Topeka, Kansas, or Fresno, California, or Tucson, Arizona, there are people who literally think last year was sort of a flash in the pan, slap everyone in the back of the head and then run away sort of year for LSU. That's not going to be the case. You've got a 30-plus year proven track record of that guy as a head coach. All you did was put him in a more fertile recruiting ground. That's all you did. You gave him a more passionate fan base. All of a sudden he's going to fall off from what he's been doing? I never believed that. That to me is the stretch. It's not the stretch to think he's going to succeed there. So anyway, I say all that to say I expect yet another tight race this year. I don't know that there was any skill this time last year in saying LSU is going to win the West.
No.
Just like I don't think there's a ton of skill right now in saying Bama's going to reclaim it. I do think there's skill in saying I'm looking really forward to it.
Josh, I got to ask you a question. Earlier here, you mentioned from the neck up, and I don't know if you hear this often, but you, to me, have one of the most interesting body compositions I've ever seen. Because from the neck up, you have this kind of almost like beautiful cherubic face, these blue eyes, and then when you go down, bro, you're jacked. Like, really jacked. Like, I remember watching last year, and I was kind of like, damn, dude, I need to get back in the weight room a little bit here, dude. I mean, are people kind of shocked? Do you feel that disconnect? Do you hear this often? Am I off base here?
Could you describe my eyes again?
Beautiful blue eyes, just set in a nice cherubic face. Just, a wonderful, symmetrical cherubic face. And then those big arms.
That. Yeah. So, I never – my staff would argue otherwise, but I actually didn't think about how we appear, like how we make me appear on camera. I just said put a desk in front of me. I'm going to wear the same white T-shirt every day. We're going to do the show in the most simplistic way possible. I do that, by the way, because once upon a time there was a certain general manager at a certain local station that argued with me fervently, it's all about presentation. You've got to wear a suit to talk about sports on air. People won't take you seriously. So it's not that I'm bitter. It's not that I hold grudges. But I said, if I can spend $3 on my wardrobe for the rest of time, why spend anything more than $3? But look, here's the blessing. The blessing is if you can make your own schedule, that means you can work out every day. You can make time to go to the gym every day. So I think it would be dumb not to do it. And I don't really have any other hobbies. I do the show, and I go work out, and that's it's pretty much the caveman existence I like to live up here in
Hell
Nashville.
yeah. Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.